Welcome back to the Ark Survival Guide. We just got a huge new update from the creators of Ark, and I am so excited to share a ton of new information with you. We just got a new official release date for the Crystal Isles map on PS4 and Xbox One, and it will launch even sooner than we expected. We also have an official release date for Part 2 of the Ark Genesis expansion, along with a teaser that might give us some hints as to what it will be like. Wildcard also announced some great new features and updates that will be coming our way as soon as this week, so this should make all the wait much easier until we can all play Crystal Isles and Genesis Part 2. I will also tell you about a couple of crazy sales going on for Ark right now, and while we talk about all of that, I'm going to fly around the stunning new Crystal Isles map, because it is time to get hyped up about the Crystal Isles launch just around the corner. Now, if you're short on time, I set up chapters so you can skip right to whatever you want to know about. Now be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it and share it with your friends, and drop a comment to tell me what info you are most excited about. And if you are waiting for the next episode of our Crystal Isles live Let's Play adventure with my wife as a special guest, don't worry, that was rescheduled for tomorrow evening because I couldn't wait to tell all of you this breaking news. Now make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring the bell for all notifications so you don't miss all the fun and helpful content on this channel. So let's get started. So let's start by talking about the official release date for the Crystal Isles map on Xbox One and PS4, because I still get dozens of questions about this every week. Now, Wildcard has never been the best about communicating release dates, but there was so much confusion surrounding the Crystal Isles console launch date that I made an entire video explaining what we knew before today, which was just an estimate that it would be around September sometime. And that is why I was thrilled when Wildcard announced in their last community crunch that the Crystal Isles map will finally release on console during the last week of August. Now, I know that's not an exact date, but even when Wildcard gives an exact date, we all know that can be just as uncertain. But I will take a guess and say that since the Ark developers seem to like launching updates on Thursdays, my personal guess would be August 27th for the Crystal Isles console launch date, which is only about a month away. Now, while you wait, check out the link in the description for an entire playlist with dozens of guides to help you prepare for your Crystal Isles adventures, because you will have so much more fun if you pick out a starting zone, base locations, and learn where to get all the resources and tames you will need to get to dominate the Crystal Isles. Now, my wife and I are also playing through a live Let's Play series on the Crystal Isles map to make it easier to wait for all of you guys on console. But now, let's talk about the Ark Genesis Part 2 expansion, because we also have a release date on that, and I am really excited about that. So our next exciting news is the new Ark Genesis Part 2 expansion release date. Now, whenever I share bad news, I get a lot of dislikes as if I was somehow responsible, but hopefully we get enough thumbs ups from people who understand that. But I would rather we all know the truth so we can hopefully be pleasantly surprised if we get Genesis Part 2 sooner than the current estimate, since it is a long way out. Now, the Ark devs originally planned to launch Ark Genesis Part 2 at the end of 2020, but 2020 caught us all by surprise. Like, I don't know the Chinese calendar, but I think 2020 should be the year of the Bloodstalker, because yikes. But to quickly paraphrase the much better explanation by the devs, basically the quarantine has them working remotely, and it really threw off their groove and their production schedule. So our new official locked-in release date for Genesis Part 2 is March 2021. Now, they said they have made significant progress on the new Ark expansion, and it will be, and I quote, genuinely special, memorable, and suitably epic, and the additional time will be well worth the investment. Now, they also promised us an extensive first look at Genesis Part 2 later this year, which will include new creatures, items, locations, features, and more, so I'm actually pretty excited about that. We also got this image as a teaser, which might give us some clues as to what Genesis Part 2 will be like. Now, this crazy creature definitely looks very alien to me, and if you look closely in the background, we have some very alien-looking plants, too. Now, the starry night sky makes me think we will probably probably have at least another space biome, kind of like the lunar biome in Genesis 1. Now, we know from Extinction that the Earth was attacked by some kind of alien force, and we all expected to be taking the fight to the alien planet in Genesis, but it was very clear that Genesis Part 1 was just a simulation. Now, I'm personally thinking we might get to go to that alien planet in Genesis Part 2 and take the fight to them. I'm also willing to bet they will make a connected single map, since the separated mini biome maps of Genesis 1 didn't go over too well with a lot of the community. But if we still have Helena, which we can see in the picture here, we should still be able to teleport around, which would be the best of both worlds, I think. Now, that's all just my personal speculation, but drop a comment and let me know your thoughts and your ideas of what Genesis Part 2 will probably be like based on these images. Now, I know a lot of people will be really disappointed about the new release date, and I am too, but Wildcard is really working hard to bring a lot of new content to make the wait easier. That will give the console players a little over 6 months to enjoy the Crystal Isles map and all of the new content before Genesis Part 2 comes out. And at least for me, I think I will enjoy Genesis Part 2 a lot more when it's not competing with all the new consoles and games that are released during the holidays. I also have to keep reminding people that most games make us wait a year or much more before we get new content, and very few give us entire breathtaking new worlds to enjoy for free. But don't get me wrong, I'm still really bummed that we have to wait longer, but they did give us some other exciting news that will help to make the wait easier, and we'll talk about that now. Now, Wildcard also announced in the same news update that in October 2020 we will get a TLC pass, which will include lots of quality of life updates and a total overhaul of 2 classic Ark features. They didn't say which features will get the TLC, but let me know in the comments if you have any guesses, or if you can think of some fun features that could be added to existing dinos. I personally want a jetpack for my otter, or maybe a chainsaw bear. That'd be pretty cool, right? Or they could make lead Sichthies so much cooler if they made them just stop existing at all, anywhere, ever. Those whales are just the worst, and I hate them so much. Anyway, the last major quality of life overhaul was the Ark Homestead update, which gave us triangle foundations, structures plus features, the new kibble system, which was amazing, and lots of other great stuff. I personally wouldn't be surprised if we see some other sponsored mods becoming part of the core game, like maybe some more structures plus features. We could get some of the castle structures and decorations, and maybe even the mod that lets you play as Marvel's Avengers, right? Okay, probably not that last one. But let me know in the comments what you think, and if you have any ideas of mods that would be really fun to see as the part of the core game once they make this new update. Now, if you don't want to wait for any of that awesome new content, we have some really big changes happening this week too, and a lot of those are actually quite exciting. Now, Wildcard actually has some exciting new surprises happening this week, too. First of all, everyone who plays on Ark's official servers has been really enjoying the increased harvesting, taming, and experience rates that have been active on the servers for quite some time, and I'm actually playing with the same double rates for the first time ever on my Crystal Isles live Let's Play series, and man, it is so much more fun with half the grinding time that I'm used to. But Wildcard recognized this, and they just announced that starting now, I think actually, these rates will be the default rates for Ark. That means the game will always be this fun forever. Also, if you have double rates active on your private games, you will want to keep an eye out, because after they make these changes, which may happen this weekend, you might notice you're suddenly getting 4 times the default gathering rates. So to go back to what it was, you can just change your settings back to default, and that should snap it back to double rates after they make those updates. We also have a lot of quality of life adjustments happening this Thursday, and some of them are actually really exciting. I'll talk about a few of the big changes really quickly here, but I will also put a link to the entire list in the description of this video. Now, prime meat and prime fish meat will now take twice as long to spoil, which will be an absolute game changer for people who like to load up a preserving bin with prime meat right before they go on a taming expedition. Also, baby creatures will be born not wandering off right away, which is so helpful, and many creatures will now mature much faster. Metal ingots and raw metal will stack up to 300 as of this weekend, and you can now buy emotes from events that you missed from the Helena Hexagon store, which should actually be a lot of fun. And if you sleep in a tech pod, all of the cryopods in your inventory will now charge as you're resting. So as long as you don't mind sleeping on a pile of frozen dinos, it is a really cool update. Now, speaking of creatures, we have a lot of creature updates coming this week too. Carnos will now have a 30% armor penetration with their main attack and a bleed effect, kind of like the Deinonychus with their alternate attack. Bloodstalkers will be less deadly with reduced armor penetration and durability damage. Dunkleosteos fish are now much better at gathering underwater and have a lot of new weight reductions for carrying supplies. And Megachelons, or the giant turtles, and Parasaurs are now a bit more squishy and easier to kill. And last but not least, I know you are all super excited about the Leopleurodon is getting a major buff. Okay, just kidding, that is the #1 least tamed or cared about creature in Ark, but that might actually change now. Now, Leopleurodons are super rare and hard to tame, and even though they have a powerful ability that makes supply crates drop better loot, it only used to last for 30 minutes, which made them basically not even worth the trouble to tame. But you might actually care about them now because it now lasts for 6 hours, and that could actually get you a lot of epic loot. Have you ever tamed or even seen a Leopleurodon? Leave a comment and let me know. Now that is almost all of the news I have today, but wait, there's more. There is actually another crazy Ark sale going on for PC and PS4 that I will talk about really quickly. So, with all of the fun content coming to Ark, there is one thing that can make it even more fun, and that is having new friends to play Ark with. So, if you have any friends who don't own Ark already, they can actually get it now for $12 on PS4 and the Epic Games Store for PC, and that comes with the Center, Ragnarok, Valguero, and the Crystal Isles map completely free with the base game. If you're not familiar with Epic Games, it's basically the same thing as Steam, but you can't use mods, but you can play online with other Steam players. And the Epic Games version has Crystal Isles right now for free, but the PS4 version will be coming out on last week of August. So you can also get all of the expansions except Genesis along with the base game bundled together for just $22, which is 70% off, and that's a pretty good deal. And if you're excited about Genesis Part 2, you can actually get both Genesis expansions for 20% off right now too. Now the Epic Games Store sale lasts until August 6th, but the PS4 sale actually lasts until August 20th. Now if you have Ark on Xbox, check the store every couple of days because it usually gets sales at the same time or pretty close to the same time as the other consoles. And I would not be at all surprised if we see Ark go on sale for Xbox for 70 to 80% off in the next week or two also. Well, I know that was a lot of news to go over, and thank you for sticking with it until the end. If you liked this video or it was helpful, please make sure to mash that like button and help make up for all the people who will dislike this video because it has bad news in it. That always seems to happen. But I hope there was enough good news to make up for it. If you plan to play on the Crystal Isles map when it comes out, I made a ton of guides to help you prepare for your Crystal Isles adventures as soon as the map launches on console. Check the link in the description for guides on spawn zones, base locations, resource locations, creature spawn locations, and other epic tricks that will help you dominate the new map as soon as you start playing. Also, my wife is joining me live on our live Let's Play Crystal Isles series, which is a lot of fun to watch. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for all notifications, because there is so much more content coming on this channel and you won't want to miss out on any of of it. Also, we would love to chat with you live during our streams too, so if you've got notifications enabled, that makes it much more likely that you'll catch us while we're online. And hey, if you liked watching me blow everything up with the new Tropiognathus flyer on the Crystal Isles map, drop a comment and let me know if you'd like a full video or live stream with more of this. I definitely enjoyed it. Well, thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe, have fun, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video.
If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it on social media so your friends can enjoy it too.
And make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to enable all notifications, because we have lots of awesome new guides, tips, tricks, live streams, and let's plays for Ark and other awesome games coming soon, and you won't want to miss any of that.
We already have lots more fun and helpful videos just like this one, so check out the links at the end of this video to keep watching. You can also chat with other gamers if you join our channel's Discord at the link in the description.
If you want to earn great rewards while supporting this channel, click the join link next to the subscribe button for more information about our channel memberships. We want to give a big thank you to some of our biggest supporters of this channel: Sabo0283, Cole Parmenter, Emmy Fisher, Wolfgirl Be Like, Kelly Razak, and Ashley Owens. Thank you all so much for everything you do to make this channel possible.
So until next time, we hope you have fun on your own video game adventures, and we will see you in our next video.